Indiana family says their 12-year-old daughter is not allowed to be placed on a heart transplant list because she isn't vaccinated. Adaline Deal has two rare heart conditions and was hoping to get the procedure done at Cincinnati Children's Hospital after being treated there for nearly a decade. Adaline joins us now along with her mother, Janine, and Ohio State Representative Jennifer Gross for an exclusive interview only on Fox and Friends First. Good morning to you all. Thank you so much for joining us, especially you, Adaline, and we're so sorry for all that you're going through. So let's start there with you, Janine. Tell us about your daughter's heart conditions and why she needs a heart transplant in the first place.
Yes, she has Adaline anomaly, and she has Wolff-White-Parker syndrome. She has, her heart is very sick from the Epstein's anomaly, and so she has grown so much in the last couple of years that her heart can no longer sustain her, and so the blood flow and oxygen is just not getting in, being able to pump enough to go through her body, and so she needs she will eventually need a heart transplant.
Okay, so you chose not to vaccinate Adaline for COVID-19 or the flu, and as a result, Cincinnati Children's, you say, says that she is ineligible for a heart transplant. They won't put her on the donor list. The hospital did release a statement of sorts. They say, while we cannot comment on any individual who may or may not be in our care, children who receive a transplant will be immunosuppressed for the rest of their life. Vaccines play a critical role in preventing or reducing the risk of life-threatening infections. So first tell us why you chose not to vaccinate Adaline and also your reaction to what the hospital is saying about not having her be eligible for the donor list.
It's very heartbreaking that they literally just said that statement. We chose not to do that because we felt in our hearts that the Holy Spirit is just laid it on her dad and I that we're not to put this vaccine in her body. So we're very hopeful that Cincinnati Children's will change their minds, and we do have some thoughts on different hospitals that will accept her not being vaccinated.
Yeah. Adaline, how do you feel about all of this?
Let's see. I don't know.
It's difficult. Well, you know what, Adaline? So many people care about you, so much so that people across the country have donated $58,000 to help you receive your heart transplant. So that must make you feel pretty good, huh?
Feels good.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it does. There's a lot of love there. So that brings me to you, Representative Gross. You introduced a bill in honor of Adaline and everything that's going on to make sure that hopefully this doesn't happen to another family and all children get the care they need regardless of their vaccination status. Tell us about that.
Good morning, Carly. Thank you. You know, excuse me, the U.S. Constitution as well as the Ohio Constitution protects religious liberty. And to be discriminated against because of your vaccination status, especially after the last 4 years, needs to end. This bill would prohibit discrimination of any kind for a person that has a religious or a strong conscientious objection to vaccines. And then in Adaline's case, as well as two other people in Ohio, there was a young boy named Tanner who was denied a kidney, even though his father was an exact match. And we have a man named Ken who is currently being denied a heart transplant here in Cincinnati. You know, we value individuality and religious liberty in the United States. And it is time for us to stop discriminating against those who have chosen their religious liberty and their conscientious objection to vaccines.
So Janine, just as an aside so people at home know, you are actually related to Vice President J.D. Vance's half-siblings, and I'm sure you're very proud of him. But I'd love for you to respond to what the representative just said. Does that give you hope for Adaline's future?
It does. It definitely does, and for other ones also. So it's so important that this bill gets passed
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we are grateful to have you on, and we hope that people continue to donate to that GoFundMe page. And Adaline, we're praying for your safety and that you remain healthy. And thank you for your time this morning. Adaline Janine, Representative Gross, we thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Can I just say one more thing? They can find all the information about the bill and Adaline's GoFundMe at ohioamf.org.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that information. ohioamf.org.